Rigveda, hymn 8.22, Athens, 18 verses. Hitherward have I called today, for succor that most wondrous car, which ye ascended, Athens, ye whose paths are red, swift to give car, for Surya's sake, car ever young, much longed for, easily invoked, soon guided, first in deeds of might, which waits and serves, O Sabare, with benevolence, without a rival or a foe. These Athens, with our homage, these two omnipresent deities, hitherward will we bring for kind help. These who seek the dwelling of the worshipper. One of your chariot wheels is moving swiftly around. One speeds for you its onward course, like a milch cow, O lords of splendor. And with haste let your benevolence come to us. That chariot of yours, which hath a triple seat and reins of gold, the famous car that traverseth the heaven and earth. Thereon, Nasatyas Athens come, ye with your plough, when favoring Manu, with your help, plowed the first harvest in the sky. As such will we exalt you, O lords of splendor now. O Athens, with our prayer and praise, come to us, lords of ample wealth, by paths of everlasting law, whereby to high dominion ye, with mighty strength, raised Triksha, Trasadasu's son. This soma pressed with stones is yours, ye heroes, lords of plenteous wealth. Approach to drink the soma. Come, drink in the worshipper's abode. O Athens, mount the chariot, mount the golden seat, ye who are lords of plenteous wealth, and bring to us abundant food, the aids wherewith ye helped Pakta and Athreku and Babru, severed from his friends. With those, O Athens, come hither with speed and soon, and heal whatever is diseased, when we continually invoke the Athens, the resistless, at this time of day. We lovers of the song with songs. Through these ye mighty ones, come hither to my call, which brings all blessings, wears all forms, through which all present heroes, lavishest of food, ye strengthened Griffith, come through these. I speak to both of these as such, these Athens whom I reverence at this time of day. With homage we entreat them both, ye who are lords of splendor, ye whose paths are red, at eve, at morn, at sacrifice, give us not utterly as prey to mortal foe. Ye Rudras, lords of ample wealth, for bliss I call. The blissful car at morn, the inseparable Athens with their car, I call like Sabare our sire, rapid as thought and strong and speeding to the joy, bringing your swiftly coming help. Be to us a protection even from far away, lords of great wealth, with many aids, come, wonder workers, to our home, O Athens, rich in cattle, steeds, and gold, chief drinkers of the soma's juice, choice, worthy strength, heroic, firm, and excellent, uninjured by Raksha's foe. At this your coming nigh, ye lords of ample wealth, and all good things may we obtain. And there isn't, how can there be multiple omnipresence, multiple omniscience, multiple omnipotence? Because wouldn't their power over the other beings that may have choices, to have the final say, wouldn't that sort of, but if we think of it as qualities, like Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, well, the same deity has the qualities, and therefore, or the same deity is known through the Athens, if we're talking about some Devi. 8.23, Agni, 30 verses. Worship thou Jetavedas, pray to him who willingly accepts, whose smoke wanders at will, and none may grasp his flame. Thou, all men's friend, Visvamanas, exaltest Agni with thy song, the giver and his flames with which no cars contend, whose resolute assault to win vigor and food deserves our praise, through whose discovering power the priest obtaineth wealth. Up springs the imperishable flame, the flame of the refulgent one, most bright with glowing jaws and glory in his train. Skilled in fair sacrifice, extolled arise in godlike loveliness, shining with lofty splendor, with effulgent light. Called straight to our oblations, come, O Agni, through our eulogies, as thou hast been our envoy bearing up our gifts. I call your Agni from of old invoking priest of living men. Him with this song I laud and magnify for you, whom wondrous wise they animate with solemn rites and his fair form, kind as a friend to men who keep the holy law. Him true to law, who protecteth the sacrifice, law-living ones, ye with your song have gratified in the place of prayer. May all our sacrifices go to him, the truest Angaras, who is among mankind the most illustrious priest. Imperishable Agni, thine are all these high enkindled lights, like horses and like stallions showing forth their strength. So give us, Lord of power and might, riches combined with hero strength, and guard us with our sons and grandsons in our fray. Soon as the eager Lord of men is friendly unto Manu's race, Agni averteth from us all the demon host. O hero Agni, Lord of men, on hearing this new laud of mine, burn down the Rakshasas, enchanters, with thy flame. No mortal foe can e'er prevail by arts of magic over him, who serveth Agni well with sacrificial gifts. Vasva the sage, who sought the bull, hath won thee. Finder of good things, as such may we enkindle thee for ample wealth. Usana Kavya established thee, O Agni, as invoking priest, thee Jetavedas, sacrificing priest for man. All deities of one accord appointed thee their messenger. Thou, God, through hearing, hadst first claimed to sacrifice. Him may the mortal hero make his own immortal messenger. Far-spreading purifier, him whose path is black. With lifted ladles let us call him splendid with his brilliant flame. Man's ancient Agni, wasting not, adorable, the man who pays the worship due to him with sacrificial gifts, obtains both plenteous nourishment and hero fame. To Jetavedas Agni, chief in sacrifices, first of all with homage goes the ladle rich with sacred gifts, even as Vyasva did. May we with these most high and liberal hymns pay worship unto Agni of the splendid flame. Now sing as Sathu Rayupa sang, with lands to him who spreadeth far, to Agni of the home, Arisha, Vyasva's son, as welcome guest of humankind, as offspring of the forest kings. The sages worship ancient Agni for his aid, for man's oblations brought to him, who is the mighty Lord of all. Sit, Agni, mid our homage on the sacred grass. Grant us abundant treasures, grant the opulence which may crave. With store of heroes, progeny, and high renown, Agni, most youthful of the gods, send evermore the gift of wealth unto Varoshushaman and to all his folk. A mighty conqueror art thou, O Agni, so disclosed to us, food in our herds of kine and gang of ample wealth. Thou, Agni, art a glorious god. Bring hither Mitra, Varuna, imperial sovereigns, holy-minded, true to law. And we think of the physical enlightenment shown here, but we can also think of the symbol of the intellectual and spiritual enlightenment. Because what are we, we're referring to the different parts, referring to the different ages. And that could hint us into some stuff, right? Hymn 8.24, Indra, 30 verses. Companions, let us learn a prayer to Indra, whom the thunder arms, to glorify your bold and most heroic friend. For thou by slaying Vritra art the Vritra slayer, famed for might. Thou, hero in rich gifts, surpassest wealthy chiefs. As such, when glorified, bring us riches of very wondrous fame. Set in the highest rank, wealth giver, lord of bays. Yea, Indra, thou disclosest that preeminent dear wealth of men. Boldly, O bold one, glorified, bring it to us. The workers of destruction stay, neither thy right hand nor thy left, nor hosts that press about thee. Lord of bays and fight, O thunder armed, I come with songs to thee as a stall with kine. Fulfill the wish and thought of him who sings thy praise. Chief Vritra slayer, through the hymn of Vishwamanas, think of all that concerneth us, excellent, mighty guide. May we, O Vritra slayer, O hero, find this thy newest born, longed for, and excellent, thou who art much invoked, O Indra dancer, much invoked, as thy great power is unsurpassed. So be thy bounty to the worshipper unchecked, most mighty, most heroic one, for mighty bounty fill thee full. Though strong, strengthen thyself to win wealth, Magavan. O Thunderer, never have our prayers gone forth to any god but thee. So help us, Magavan, with thine assistance now, for dancer barely, I find none else for bounty, saving thee. For splendid wealth and power, thou lover of the song. For Indra pour ye out the drops, meath blent with Soma, let him drink. With bounty and with majesty will he further us. I spake to the bay courser's lord, to him who gives ability. Now hear the son of Asva as he praises thee. Never was any hero born before thee mightier than thou. None certainly like thee in goodness and in wealth. O ministering priest, pour out of the sweet juice what gladdens most. So is the hero praised who ever prospers us, Indra, whom tawny coursers bear. Praise such as thine preeminent, none by his power or by his goodness hath attended. We, seeking glory, have invoked this master of all power and might, who must be glorified by constant sacrifice. Come sing, we praise to Indra, friends the hero who deserves the laud, him who with none to aid overcomes all tribes of men. To him who wins the kine, who keeps no cattle back, celestial God, speak wondrous speech more sweet than butter and than meath, whose hero powers are measureless, whose bounty ne'er may be surpassed, whose liberality, like light, is over all, as Vyasva did. Praise Indra, praise the strong, unfluctuating guide, who gives the foe's possessions to the worshipper. Now, son of Vyasva, praise thou him, who, to the 10th time, still is new, the very wise, whom living men must glorify. Thou knowest, Indra, thunder-armed, how to avoid destructive powers, as one secure from pitfalls each returning day. O Indra, bring that aid wherewith of old most wondrous thou didst slay his foes for active Kutsa, send it down to us. So now we seek thee fresh in might, most wonderful in act, Borgang, for thou art he who conquers all our foes for us. Who will set free from ruinous woe our Arya on the 7 streams? O valiant hero, bend the Dasa's weapon down, as to Varushushaman thou broughtest great riches for their gang. To Vyasva's sons, blessed lady, rich in ample wealth, let Narya's sacrificial mead reach Vyasva's soma-bearing sons. In hundreds and in thousands be the great reward. If one should ask thee, where is he who sacrificed? Whether lookest thou like Vala? He hath passed away and dwelleth now on Gomati. And creation fluctuates. Creation changes. But so how we know the unchanging deity? Well, may it fluctuate in our favor. Hymn 8.25, Mitra, Varuna, 24 verses. I worship you who guard this all, gods, holiest among the gods, you faithful to the law whose power is sanctified, so too like charioteers are they, Mitra and sapient Varuna, sons high-born from of old, whose holy laws stand fast, these twain possessors of all wealth, most glorious for supremest sway, Aditya, mighty mother, true to law, brought forth great Varuna and Mitra, gods, asuras, and imperial lords, true to eternal law, proclaim the high decree, the offspring of a lofty power, Daksha's 2 sons, exceeding strong, who, lords of flowing rain, dwell in the place of food. Ye who have gathered up your gifts, celestial and terrestrial food, let your rain come to us, fraught with the mist of heaven. The twain who from the lofty sky seem to look down on herds below, holy imperial lords, are set to be revered. They true to law, exceeding strong, have set them down for sovereign rule. Princes whose laws stand fast, they have obtained their sway, pathfinders even better than the eye, with unobstructed sight. Even when they close their lids, observant they perceive. So may the goddess Aditya, may the Nasatyas guard us well, the Marutas guard us well, endowed with mighty strength. Do ye, O bounteous gods, protect our dwelling place by day and night. With you for our defenders, may we go unharmed. May we unharmed serve bountiful Vishnu, the god who slayeth none. Self-moving Sindhu, hear and be the first to mark. This sure protection we elect, desirable and reaching far, which Mitra, Varuna, and Aryaman afford. And they, the Sindhu of the floods, the Marutas and the Asvan pair, boon Indra and boon Vishnu, have one mind with us, because these warring heroes stay the enmity of every foe. As the fierce water floods repels the furious ones, here this one God, the Lord of men, looks forth exceeding far and wide, and we, for your advantage, keep his holy laws. We keep the accustomed laws of old, the statutes of supremacy, the long-known laws of Mitra and of Varuna. He who hath measured with his ray the boundaries of heaven and earth, and with his majesty hath filled the 2 worlds full. Surya hath spread his light aloft, up to the region of the sky, like Agni, all aflame, when gifts are offered him. With him who sits afar, the word is Lord of food that comes from kine. Controller of the gift, unpoisoned food. So unto Surya heaven and earth, at morning and at eve I speak, bringing enjoyments, ever rise thou up for us, from Ukshanyana, a bay, from Haryana, a white steed, and from Sushaman, we obtained a harnessed car. These 2 shall bring me further gang of troops and tawny-colored steeds. The carriers shall they be of active men of war, and the 2 sages have I gained who hold the reins and bear the whip, and the 2 great strong coursers with my newest song. Now, people talk about outdated. Well, what was outdated was the changes to the law, right? The divine law was for whatever time and place that it was set for, and we're in an age of international law. But if we look at, the laws of man, they don't know what safety laws or what, or what drug laws or whatever to pass. They just, accept as it goes along. And then you find out their motivations aren't morality or safety overall. It's corporate profits or something, right? Hymn 8.26, Athens, 25 verses. And the spiritual laws tend to have general principles so we can understand without all the nitpickiness of, too many laws to follow, like in my country. I call your chariot to receive united praise mid princely men, strong gods who pour down wealth of never vanquished might. Ye to Voru Shushaman come, Nasatyas, for this glorious rite. With your protecting aid, strong gods who pour down wealth, so with oblations we invoke you, rich in ample wealth today. When night hath passed, O ye who send us plenteous food, O Asphen's heroes, let your car famed best to travel come to us, and for his glory mark your zealous servants' lauds, Asphen's who send us precious gifts. Even when offended, think of him. For ye, O Rudras, lead us safe beyond our foes. For wonder workers with fleet steeds, ye fly completely round this all, stirring our thoughts, ye lords of splendor honey-hued, with all sustaining opulence, Asphen's, come hitherward to us, ye rich and noble heroes, never to be overthrown. To welcome this mine offering, O ye Indra-like Nasatyas, come, as gods of best accord this day with other gods, for we like Vyasva, lifting up our voice like oxen, call on you, with all your loving kindness, sages come to us, O Risha, laud the Asphens well, will they not listen to thy call? Will they not bum the Panis who are nearer them? O heroes, listen to the son of Vyasva, and regard me here, Varuna, Mitra, Argumen of one accord, gods whom we yearn for, of your gifts, of what ye bring to us bestow, by princes' hands on me, ye mighty day by day, him whom your sacrifices clothe, even as a woman with her robe. The Asphens help to glory, honoring him well. Whoso regards your care of men, a succor widest in its reach. About his dwelling go, ye Asphens loving us. Come to us, ye who pour down wealth. Come to the home which men must guard. Like shafts, ye are made meet for sacrifice by song. Most fetching of all calls, the laud as envoy, heroes called to you. Be it your own, O Asphen's pair. Be ye in yonder sea of heaven, or join in the home of food. Listen to me, immortal ones. This river with his lucid flow attracts you. More than all the streams, even Sindhu with his path of gold. O Aspens, with that glorious fame, come hither. Through our brilliant song, come ye whose ways are marked with light. Harness the steeds who draw the car. O Vasu, bring the well-fed pair. O Vayu, drink thou of our meath. Come unto our drink offerings. Wonderful Vayu, Lord of right, thou who art Tvashtar's son-in-law. Thy saving succor we elect. To Tvashtar's son-in-law we pray for wealth, whereof he hath control. For glory we seek Vayu, men with juice infused. From heaven auspicious Vayu, come drive hither. With thy noble steeds, come on thy mighty car, with wealth extending seat. We call thee to the homes of men, thee wealthiest in noble food, and liberal as a press-stone with a horse's back. So, glad and joyful in thine heart, do thou, God Vayu, first of all, vouchsafe us water, strength, and thought. And we set forth a light, and that light draws in to us of the spiritual realm, of the spiritual favor. Hymn 8.27, Visvadevas, 22 verses. Chief priest is Agnya, at the laud as stones and grass at sacrifice. With song I sing the Marutas, Brahmanaspata, gods for help, much to be desired. I sing to cattle and to earth, to trees, to dawns, to night, to plants. O all ye Vasus, ye possessors of all wealth, be ye the furtherers of our thoughts. Go forth with Agni to the gods our sacrifice of ancient use, to the Adityas, Varuna, whose law stands fast, and the all-lightening Marut troop. Lords of all wealth, may they be strengtheners of man, destroyers of his enemies. Lords of all wealth, do ye with guards which none may harm, preserve our dwelling free from foes. Come to us with one mind today, come to us all with one accord. Marutus with holy song, and goddess Aditya, mighty one to our house and home. Send us delightful things, ye Marutus, on your steeds come ye. O Mitra, to our gifts, let Indra, Varuna, and the Adityas sit. Swift heroes, on our sacred grass, we who have trimmed the grass for you and set the banquet in array, and press the Soma, call you Varuna, like men with sacrificial fires aflame. O Marutus, Vishnu, Athvins, Pushan, haste away with minds turned hitherward to me. Let the strong Indra, famed as Virtus slayer, come first with the winners of the spoil. Ye guileless gods, bestow on us a refuge strong on every side, a sure protection, Vasus, unassailable, from near at hand or from afar. Kinship have I with you, in close alliance, O ye gods, destroyers of our foes. Call to us our prosperity of former days, and soon to new felicity. For now have I sent forth to you, that I may win a fair reward. Lords of all wealth, with homage, this my song of praise, like a milch cow that faileth not, excellent Savitar hath mounted up on high for you, ye sure and careful guides, bipeds and quadrupeds, with several hopes and aims, and birds have settled to their tasks, singing their praise with godlike thoughts. Let us invoke each god for grace, each god to bring you help, each god to strengthen you. For of one spirit are the gods with mortal man, co-sharers of all gracious gifts. May they increase our strength hereafter and today, providing case and ample room. I laud you, O ye guileless gods, here where we meet to render praise. None Varuna and Mitra harms the mortal man who honors and obeys your laws. He makes his house endure. He gathers plenteous food, who pays obedience to your will. Born in his sons anew, he spreads as law commands, and prospers every way unharmed, e'en without war. He gathers wealth, and goes his way on pleasant paths, whom Mitra, Varuna, and Aryaman protect, sharing the gift of one accord, e'en on the plain for him. Ye make a sloping path, an easy way where road is none, and far away from him the ineffectual shaft must vanish. Shot at him in vain, if ye appoint the right today, kind rulers when the sun ascends, lords of all wealth at sunset or at waking time, albeit at the noon of day, are asuras when ye have sheltered the worshipper who goes to sacrifice at eve. May we, O Vasus, ye possessors of all wealth, come then into the midst of you. If ye today at sunrise or at noon are in the gloom of eve, lords of all riches, give fair treasure to the man, the wise man who hath sacrifice. Then we imperial rulers claim of you this boon, your wide protection as a son. May we, Adityas, offering holy gifts, obtain that which shall bring us greater bliss. And through our choices, we can stay from spiritual harm at the very least.